Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back to those who know us. Otherwise, hi, welcome to our Place Our Spot podcast. This is, what's the episode? Episode 4 of our podcast. And this will be focusing mainly on the Ever Crisis newest chapter, the Gold Saucer. And the Sid chapter as well, but mostly the Gold Saucer date. I'm Valerie, or Clerith from Twitter and Instagram. For those who don't know me, I've got my lovely shipmates here with me too.
Hi, I'm Fox. You know me as well, Fox.
Hi, I'm CY98. You know me on Twitter as CY98.
And I'm known on Twitter. And I'm known on Twitter as RedWolf13. Of course, my friends and colleagues know me as Jason.
Hey, Jason. Okay, so I don't think we had a question from the previous podcast. Not that I can remember. Anyway, correct me if I'm wrong. So we don't have answers for it at the moment. But
yeah, I came up with a new one just on the spot today. So
shall we?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So I think what we'll do to begin with. Hello, Quartz in the chat. I think what we'll do to begin with is we're going to watch the Gold Saucer dates of the original, Rebirth, and also Ever Crisis. We're going to watch all of the Ever Crisis dates, but we're not going to do the same thing for the OG and Rebirth ones. We're just going to do mostly the Clerith ones, the Clotey ones, just for comparison, because that is the hot topic of today.
Unless you drop us up, though. If you want to drop Val some money, we can be paid.
That's
off
it. That's exactly it. That's it. You know, give us some moolah. Okay, hang on. Let me just double check that I have got the videos.
Yeah, we don't plan to, but I suppose we could be persuaded.
Facts. I mean, there's no lie here, guys. Okay, so let's get. So this will be the original Gold Saucer dates, and we will start with Clerith. You guys let me know if the sound is not good or anything like that, okay? Gosh, that knock. So nostalgic, the sound effects. Is it me? Is it going really fast? Oh my goodness, it's really loud. Hang on. Is this going really fast, or is it just me?
I feel like it's going at a normal pace,
okay.
But I'm reading really fast.
Okay.
I mean, can we slow it down?
We can. The sound might be weird though if we slow it down.
Oh, true.
Yeah. We'll see. I've slowed it down to 0.75. Oh, it is a bit weird. No, let's not slow it down. That's weird. I think the person who uploaded this is just pressing the button really fast.
Okay.
Oh, how times have changed. Gosh, it's so quick.
But can you imagine, just sliding, everywhere in an amusement park? There's no stairs, there's no hallways. You just slide. How do you get back up?
Hey, got the skills.
That's probably why they changed it in Rebirth.
Yeah, look how it changed the play. Oh, I'm so glad for Rebirth, man.
Yeah, I mean, this play is super, super fun, but man, is Loveless just next level?
I was just going to ask, actually, do we want to see all of the date, or do we want to just see the gondola stuff? Because actually, I think this is gonna be a long. The play is long.
For this one, I mean, I'm okay for seeing the play because I want to see Cloud kiss Aerith's hand.
No worries. Okay, we'll go ahead then. That's fine. The way
They're
that
so
they
cute.
twirl is so funny.
I'm a little bit sour that they took all the twirling from us. I mean, I guess they gave us with Jessie. Like it's like she's literally a ballerina.
Right, hang on, I'm gonna make it like this a bit more. There we go.
And plus Rebirth did also give us the bit of Alfred spinning Rosa.
True.
Oh,
That's
true,
where the
yeah.
spinning is.
But I wanted to see Cloud twirl.
Yeah, you know how they twirl at the end to like leave the stage? That's so funny. Get up, Aerith. Oh, cute.
The power of true love.
The king is crazy. Hey, they twirl on stage.
It's so nostalgic.
Oh man, this music as well. Everything is just so nostalgic, man. Just like in those days, you just enter Cloud's body and boom, takes you places.
Really crazy how much of a glow up it got in Rebirth.
Honestly, but thank God. Here we go.
All right, it's happening. Everybody, it's happening.
It's happening! Everybody calm down!
Everybody's calm!
Man, you know, back then this shit was so good. Oh my goodness.
And now we get chibi forms of them.
Honestly!
Ever Crisis.
Oh, Ever Crisis is a blessing.
Kind of disappointed they didn't give us a chibi version of this FMV.
It would have
like
been
showing
nice.
a wide shot of the park.
I love how in this one you're like so close to the jockeys, and it's like, how? How am I so close to them?
Where are they?
Yeah, where is this?
Where are they running?
I think that was probably something they thought about in Rebirth too, because they gave us the holograms instead of real jockeys.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. They're chocobos. They can fly, right?
Oh, here we go. The same exact dialogue. Also, I know that we know this, but I'm going to say it for the sake of obviously people who might not know this. But notice Aerith never says that the way that she's thinking of Cloud being Zack is never personality or how he is as a person. It's always like a person, like a trait, or the way that he moves, or you know, things like that. It's never the person inside. She's not comparing that, you know.
Right.
Yeah, like I think she uses the word like mannerisms and stuff.
Because how dumb do you have to be to think Cloud and Zack are alike in personality? They're just not.
I don't know, a lot of people are dumb.
They're just not. So just putting it out there.
It's the physical gestures that she refers to.
The things you can you know.
And you actually just reminded me of when I was showing my sister FF7. We went from remake to Crisis Core and Rebirth, and after we beat Crisis Core, I told her that a lot of the fandom say that Cloud thinks he's Zack, and her first reaction was, How?
I mean, facts. Yeah. How? Like, that's just the dumbest thing. Anyway,
different
sorry
as
about
night and
that,
day.
you guys. That little the trailing over there. Oh yes. There you go. But you're different. Things are different.
Yes.
She's right. That's right. Let's rewind that a minute. Let's rewind that a minute. She literally says, Cloud. Cloud. I'm searching for you. Yet, apparently, there's people who say that she means Zach. Like, she knows Cloud's name.
Like, why wouldn't she just say Zach?
Right,
I'm searching for you. And Cloud's like,
It's mind-boggling. But hey.
Honestly, them thinking she was talking about Zach in that moment just reminded me of how back when the first look for Rebirth dropped, a lot of the Clody Zareths thought that I'm trying so hard to find you. Oh my
god.
Okay, so if she suspected, like, let's go with that scenario. If she suspected that Zach's spirit was in some way part of Cloud,
which she doesn't.
Why isn't
she's
that a
dumb.
bigger deal in the plot, though?
Exactly.
Why?
It's just one
like,
of
why
those
would
things.
she just not say, "Hey, Cloud, I think there is a man inside of you, giggity"?
Get him out. My boyfriend's there. Just FYI.
We need an exorcist.
You know, I think it's quite. I don't know what you guys think of it. You know how they're having this very deep, meaningful conversation right now, and you're not actually seeing them. You're just seeing the words. Is it more meaningful that that is there, or actually would you have always preferred the way that Ever Crisis did it, where you see them in the gondola talking to each other while saying these words, just like Rebirth did? Because I feel
I'm gonna go for the third option, which is the way Rebirth did it, where I get to see them
the facial
themselves.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Only because this is obviously very magical still, right? The fireworks in the background, the text there. I guess it works better because there's no voice. But the moment voice is involved, it's like, right.
Like, if I had to choose, like, which game between Ever Crisis and OG did it better, I guess I kind of prefer OG just because it has that special place in my heart already, and I'm imagining how they look anyway.
Yes, exactly. And, like, technically, the stuff, you know, the only thing that I would have wanted from Ever Crisis is the better sprites. That's it, basically, because it's mostly the same dialogue anyway, so... You know,
I would have to agree with Fox as well. I have a certain nostalgia for the OG scene, only in that the way that they go to the fireworks scene outside of the gondola and the text and dialogue, from a reader's standpoint of view, you're able to actually, in your mind, illustrate what that scene is looking like when you read those words and how she's expressing. I love what Rebirth did in the scene for the gondola scene, but there is a special place for me in that OG scene and the way that they worded it, and then the fact that they kind of pan away on the outside shot, allowing you to illustrate in your mind what that scene is like. So I would say that both those two scenes were done really well. I still love what EC did, but I definitely would say that from a nostalgia point of view, I'd still like that OG scene.
Yes,
it kind of reminds me of that scene in Aladdin just after A Whole New World where Jasmine and Aladdin are like sitting on like the rooftops, and she's calling him out on his own persona as well. Like it's very similar to that magical like spark of like that first date, you know, those butterflies you get.
Yes, no, I agree. Okay, right, let's go ahead with the rest of the lovely date.
I love them. They're so
do it again. So it's exactly like that. And there it is, the promise of more dates.
Yeah.
It's basically. Do you prefer the sky wheel or the gondola? Because I think I'd have to go with the sky wheel because it's just so classic Ferris wheel.
Yes, I agree. Because actually it was like it's just so typical date-like, right? So I agree with you. I like how it was for the OG, for the gondola, but yeah, I like the essence of the sky wheel. Plus, the sky wheel icon for the chapter, that's ours.
And I still choose to believe that the sky wheel is depicted in Aerith's mural as like the moon with the birdie going around it.
Oh, right. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so this one is Tifa's date.
Hey guys.
Hello.
What's up,
Hey,
everyone?
Andrea.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry about being late. I'm
No,
a bit
it's
sick
okay.
right now, but yeah.
No
No
problem.
worries.
Hope you
No
get better
worries.
soon, friendo.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh.
Are you guys reacting to the Tifa date now?
Yes, this
Yeah.
is the original Tifa date first.
Okay.
You know, it's so jarring a little bit, the whole, when you're in the ghost hotel, there's no music in the background, and suddenly you're, like, thrusted into the gold saucer music, and it's like, whoa! You know?
Yeah, like, so calm, and then...
Yeah!
And then it's ridiculous.
It's like, dang. Oh, okay, this is the play. We'll move from the play a bit. Oops. Okay, so this is the...
Yeah, that's fine. There really aren't that many differences in the play.
Yeah.
All right, let's see them be awkward.
Okay, hang on. We're gonna count how many times ... is shown on the screen.
Alright.
All right, let me get my alcohol ready.
Take a shot!
I was about to make the exact same joke.
Same brain cell.
Imagine if there was a gold saucer in real life. Oh my goodness.
That'd be fun.
Kind of like Vegas, but not.
Yeah, like there should just be a Final Fantasy amusement park somewhere.
That'd be so awesome.
Like, imagine getting to meet the characters in a very Disney style way.
I would totally love that. I would want that.
They have something similar for Nintendo's characters at Universal. I would love to see that for Square Enix. Yeah.
I mean, you can just go into a breakfast room and just have tea with Tifa or something like that.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Tea with
she's gonna
Tifa.
go ahead and say it. She said, "Oh, talking about Eris."
Can't stop talking about Eris.
Can't
Oh, should we
keep her
react to
name out of her mouth?
Should we also just react to the Cloud and Tifa gondola date that SC made for this?
Oh, I don't have the link of that. I don't have the link.
I can probably find it.
Oh
But
my god, how many dots has there been? 4? 5?
Yeah.
6, 7.
Cloud's not into it.
7. I counted 7. What a date that was. Just a bunch of,
Dots, exactly.
Do they know what's off
and
each other?
You know what's hilarious? After all of that, she basically didn't say very much, but she's like, I had so much fun. Like, okay, in silence? Yeah.
No, she didn't.
Like, okay. Do you have things to say? No.
No, she didn't.
Similar in a way. I'm sorry, you go ahead.
No, I was saying no, she didn't. She just said that to Fish Cloud to see if he enjoyed himself. That she didn't really. She doesn't even know what happened.
It's just one of the. Also, what's very
She's just
interesting.
confused. How did I get here?
What's very interesting is that
Exactly.
not
Exactly.
not a lot of Cloties or Tifa fans like the Ever Crisis date, but it's literally just like the OG date, which actually just shows
is canon, but you know, with them saying, "Well, it's not even real in Ever Crisis."
Like,
it's just
what do you
okay,
mean?
so then you're admitting you don't like your OG date,
right?
too. Got it.
And they are the ones that are mostly saying, "Oh, you know, OG this, OG that. Can't wait for the, you know, this scene or that scene or blah blah blah." And it's just like, what are you talking about? They're the exact same from the OG. It's crazy. Right, so that is the OG dates for Cloud and Tifa. We're not going to go ahead and look at the others because they're not the ones in question here at the moment. So we will look at the Skywheel dates.
Also,
Are you ready to
Can I
ride?
just say before we move on that with how uninterested Cloud was, he might as well have just been Leon from Resident Evil saying, "No thanks, bro."
Not interested.
Not interested.
Hey, same brain cell.
Yeah.
Not
Can't
interested.
blame Cloty folks for having an issue with EC now. Yeah, exactly, Quartz, because it's just like, you know, they they don't know what it is that they want. Do they like EC or do they not like EC? Do they like the Senna translations or do they
like
not?
Ever Crisis, because they're always the one like threatening to like take away their money and like delete the game, and it's just like, are you even playing it?
They
actually?
definitely do not
Because,
play
like,
it.
We can talk about how they didn't play it for the watermelon stuff.
Oh my god, that was so funny. The way that they lied so hard about that. It's like, do you not know?
And like you had that drunkard, talking about like when people would like refute what she's saying. It's just like, but Cloud and Tifa are canon. Like, okay, well, that's not the argument right now. It's we're talking about how your side is actually lying and how you're not going out of your way to verify it by playing it yourself.
Just lying through their teeth, hoping that nobody's going to notice. Title change or not doesn't matter. Can't unring that bell. Exactly. This is what I'm saying, right? Obviously, this will go into a much more deeper conversation about this, but this is what I'm saying. You cannot erase that what happened from fandom history. It will never be erased. It's there. We have the screenshots.
Okay. We got it in 4K. Huh?
In 4K. Anyways. So cool. I love the sky. It's so pretty.
I love everything about Rebirth.
I know, me too.
I'm most excited when it comes to PC. I think it's going to look awesome.
Oh, I am okay. Sorry to keep pausing. I am so excited for Rebirth in PC, especially for one scene and one scene only. I want to see all the people doing the free cam stuff. I think that's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say why.
I'm pretty sure we're thinking about the same scene.
Possibly, but I am very excited for free cam. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, let's get back to our day. Oh, look at her. Look, her hand is out. Such a contrast to afterwards. Their date just flows. Cute. Take her hand, Cloud.
Clerith is such a gentleman.
She's so cute. She always pats the seat next to her. It's so cute. And Cloud's like too shy to do shit.
He scratched the back of his neck as soon as like he was in the gondola with her or the sky wheel. Like, he's so cute. Oh my god. Okay.
I love this scene, man.
But I swear I never noticed before how he scratches the back of his neck as soon as he's in with her. Yeah.
He's
like,
so shy.
I was just like, oh.
So cute. Oh my god.
Oh, look at them. And Aerith just like senses that when Cloud gets a bit awkward, and then she fills the silence. Ah! I love this scene.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, this does not get old.
I swear when I saw that scene, I just died.
Literally. Oh man, I wish we had the podcast back then.
Check it out.
Well, we'll have it for the future.
Heck yeah. I wonder how many episodes we'll get to until we get to part 3.
I don't know. I mean, so far we've been doing this like once a month.
Right.
Chocobo racing's nothing like that.
Yeah, that's right. That's not how simple friends react when they get close. That's something else. There's something going on there,
Like, they acknowledged it.
They're like, oh, we're close. We're real close. Even Aerith got awkward,
It's all so much.
She wanted it. She wanted to smooch.
I think Cloud more so. Aerith, I think, got real shy.
I don't know what kind of jokes I'm allowed to make on Twitch, but I'll say that Cloud's blood was pumping somewhere and it wasn't just in his
if you look at that scene closely, he literally leans in. Like, he leans his head down and he was ready for it.
He was going in for it until, like, I think the only reason why he stopped was his brain got in the way.
Had to compose
that,
himself.
and I think maybe to a degree, I think Aerith might have slowed it down too a little bit, and I think that might have been more along the lines of the fact that she's so used to kind of toying with him and whatnot that I think the energy at that moment was like so high that it might have caught her off guard a little bit too. So because you could clearly see after they kind of split apart that both of them were flustered. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So,
had to break the ice a little bit,
especially in Cloud's point of view. I could see how he would want that moment to be a little more deliberate, rather than just something by heat of the moment. And of course, Aerith too, because we know, Cloud's not fully himself right now, and I don't think she wants to take advantage, unlike someone else.
Yes, absolutely agree there. Yep. And again, here is Aerith talking about how, Cloud is very different, and she likes him better.
I also like him better.
It wasn't your face or your clothes.
Again, superficial stuff,
The way you walk. The way you carried yourself. Whenever I looked at you, I saw him. But you're not.
I wonder what, whilst this is going on, I really want to know what is going on Cloud's mind. Like, what's he thinking in this moment right now? As she's saying all these things, is he confused, or is he actually like following it a little bit? Because he's aware of Zack at this moment. So I'm wondering, like, is he following what she's kind of saying, or is he just like, I just want to look at her face?
And that's
he is just like not paying attention. What is she saying?
What she
She said my name. Oh, good. Yeah, I'm a good Cloud.
I want to be with you. So that's the thing for them in Rebirth, right? I want to be with you, and that should have solidified all those people saying, Aerith still wants Zack, blah blah. Like, out of her own mouth, she's literally saying, "I want to be with you, Cloud." Not Zack.
I mean, how
Cloud.
many times does she have to say it?
I don't even know. Like in all of the
people.
Oh, exactly.
I mean, you did bring up a good speculation topic that we could probably talk about for a minute here. But what do you all think? What's going through Cloud's mind?
I think that he's a little bit jealous. I think that's why it all kind of builds up as he's listening, because the way he turns towards her while she's saying all this, he's like kind of like, oh my god,
well,
what do you mean?
All after the stuff in Gungaga, right, where he's now speculating to himself. It's just like, oh, she still has feelings for this other guy. I think that's why he starts pulling away from her in the way that he won't sit next to her, both on the water tower and then during this day.
The reason why he asks the question about whether or not Tifa had spoken to her about it yet, it's on his mind. Yeah. So in his mind, oh yeah, she must still have feelings for him, but she's out here trying to reassure him. Actually, no, it's you.
Well, think about it.
I want you.
He shows jealousy at Gungaga, and his mind has really been on that ever since, and it's kind of affected him because we know that Cloud is the type of person when he thinks he's being rejected, he puts a wall up. So the way he's kind of been dealing with her up to this point is from that premises that he thinks she doesn't want him.
Exactly.
Now, when she starts to kind of change the scenario, when she's saying, I want to be with you now, part of him at that moment is realizing, okay, what is she saying? But then when he goes back to that question, it's because he's thinking maybe to himself that she must have had a conversation with Tifa, and that's why she's here trying to assure me. And then you see his eyes kind of lighten up a bit when she says that. And I think at that moment, the awkward and shyness kicks back in, because now, okay, the reality is she does want to be with me. What do I do now? You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, and the way that then he responds is to hold her hand in such a romantic and intimate manner. And it's like, damn, Cloud, okay. And obviously we still don't know what it is that he says under his breath during the fireworks. So, part 3, tell us.
The only thing I can make out is him saying right, because Aerith repeats it right after him.
She does? I thought she just smiled.
He says something like,
no, she says
embrace the moment or something.
The voice actor, she's you can hear her breathe a little bit, but she's mouthing right.
Oh, hang on, let's have a look.
Hard to find you.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but they do lip sync differently. It's not like in usual anime dubs or whatnot where they kind of just come up with it. Like they animated different lip syncs for both the English and Japanese versions,
watch
right?
them back to back, but Brianna has said in the remake one that they use a program or something to do that. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, you are. But
I love how Cloud responds here.
Yeah.
Did Tifa talk to you about?
It's like on his mind, right? It's bugging him.
Hey, Aerith? I talked to Cloud.
I don't like that she didn't actually like tell Aerith the full thing.
How they were friends 5 years ago.
You know?
Well, we don't know that she didn't. It cuts away.
I don't think so.
But that's the thing, right? Did it cut away for a reason? Because it's going to give us a flashback where she does say it fully in part 3? Or did it cut because actually Tifa did not say the full thing? Because when it's in her date, Tifa says the same thing, that she didn't manage to speak to Aerith yet. Now, is that the truth, or are they being shady for a reason? Like both of them, I mean.
I don't think she did.
No.
And I'll tell you why I don't think she did.
Sorry, say that again?
I don't think she did. And here's the reason why I don't think Tifa told her everything. Because when Aerith flashes back to that moment, and then they return back to her and she says, no, at least not anything important. It would have been really significant for Tifa to say that according to Cloud, Zack died. However, remember, Tifa had already admitted to Aerith that Cloud wasn't even there at that moment in time. So that would strike up another conversation if she were to bring that up. And that would just send a whole bunch of different other questions as to about the whereabouts of Zack altogether, which would make that conversation much more important. So the fact that Aerith is telling Cloud whatever Tifa said wasn't important to the moment, because she was defining that right here in this moment, I want to be with you. So nothing that we discussed is even important to this conversation, would lead me to believe that Tifa never said anything about Cloud claiming that Zack had died, which means she only just mentioned
the I interpret it is that Aerith says that it was nothing important. Whether or not she knows that Zack
had died
is dead is because, like, I'm not choosing you because Zack is dead. This is about you.
Exactly. But then at the other end of that, you have Cloud, who probably does not think that way, and he wants his answer. So he's like, that's why he's asking, which is just great angst. The way he's like, oh, look at his face, like, This is so cute. She closes the distance between them to reassure him. Don't be sad, Cloud. Don't be sad. She's chosen you.
There had better be just more Ultimanias once everything is out, because I need to know what this man is thinking.
I know. The way that this happens, like, my heart.
And
so intimate.
The scene is so well lit.
Yeah, what are you saying?
There's not a quick pan. Like, and there are multiple camera angles of them holding hands.
Right.
Like, it's not something they're struggling to see.
I think
what are they saying? Sorry.
Tell us.
But yeah, she does smell like right. So I literally have no idea.
Cloud says something at the end, like when they're also like here, when it's panning away, he says something too. Like, hang on, let me turn down the volume a minute. Right here, his mouth opens and he starts talking. Oh gosh, not that one. Wait, what did Aerith say again just before this? Hang on. Because of whatever it is that Cloud was just till the ride's over. So Cloud says something in response to what Aerith was talking about that she likes him more than Zack and stuff. So Cloud most likely has responded to what it is that she was saying in that moment, and obviously whatever it is, it made Aerith very happy.
I mean, I've heard people speculate it in private where and this isn't me saying it, this isn't my original theory, but someone was saying that Cloud had referenced the dream scene from Remake. We have to embrace this moment, right?
That's what I think.
Yeah,
I
quite
think you said,
possibly. Yeah.
and we got to embrace the moment, right? And then she smiled at that moment and said, right.
But then Cloud says
That's
something
what I
else
think.
after that, though. Watch. When it's panning away, his mouth still moves. That'd be so cute if they do reference the dream scene. Oh my goodness.
Continue to talk after that.
No, but then, because obviously Aerith closes her eyes and, you know, doesn't... That's why, look, here, there. So, you're saying something there in that moment. Oh, they're so cute!
It's so... It's just so, like...
Like, I can't read it.
Intimate. I don't know how to explain. Like,
it's just
like,
so intimate. It is.
Intimate.
There's no other way to describe it.
Yeah.
So cute, dang. And then Cloud holds his hand out.
It looks like he's just saying, like, oh, again. But whatever it was, like, it was cut off, like, by the camera.
Thanks for tonight.
I love that Cloud in this moment is the one that then holds his hand out.
Yeah, like, you can see that he's more confident now, that he's more assured in himself and in their
Aerith brings that out,
quote-unquote friendship, their knock-a-ship.
Okay, so Tifa's date. Let's have a look.
You ready for this? A gondola's here.
See, the way that this starts straight away is like, dang, Tifa, it just doesn't feel very romantic date-like. You know?
Yeah. I just want to say before we continue that the with the Clerith date, so it's kind of very well. It's a little similar to my girlfriend and I, and we are like still kind of like a bit lovey-dovey in the sense that whenever we like cuddle and whatnot, we like blush and like we don't say a lot of things. It's just more intimate in the moment. It's just kind of like that.
Don't tell me things like that because I will gush.
Okay, right. I still remember when part of this date came out in the trailer. It was so lackluster. It was funny.
Yeah.
Like when they tried to grab the thing, it felt very like not meant to be romantic.
They're just
like
not
rush,
very
rush,
at ease with each other.
Yeah. Rush.
And it shows in their body language, especially with
that bit right there, right? They could have done it the same way that, you know, when Clerith tripped over each other, they could have done like a slower moment there, maybe acknowledged it a little bit more, just like Clerith did. But it was like, oh, it's gone, moment's over. You know,
just remember,
fans are doing it to give us things to compare to. You know, with the way that their facial expressions are, the dialogue, how their body language is.
Yeah.
Just remember, Square made a meme making fun of that date.
I know.
Yeah.
I still can't believe they did that. That's just, they're foul for that.
Yeah. I just wish the first leak
shows that we are not impervious to watching this date, though, because it is embarrassing for not Clerith.
What do you mean? Oh,
because people will like throw out like the train roll scene or the kiss. It's just like, here, like, this is your kryptonite, right? Seeing them together, and it's like, no, actually.
No. Oh, well, as in like they don't like looking at it, right? So they must think that we don't like looking at their stuff either. Girl, please, like. We ain't petty like that. We're able to see two friends sitting together. You know, it's like seeing Barrett and Cloud.
Yeah, they're pals, right?
They're absolute pals.
Think you can steer with us?
Worth a try.
I am dead. Oh my god.
Here goes.
Alright, let's see this. Oh man, I still remember when we got leaks for this day. It was so funny.
I was gonna say, I'm really not that I'm upset. I just think the toll took on the fandom that the first
yeah,
they were picture.
That was so crazy. Like the fandom needed to freaking chill. And now look at it.
Yeah.
Look at the date. Like seriously,
this? Did you see them kiss? I didn't see them touch it.
I didn't see nothing.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see it either.
This did happen in my playthrough.
Did you see like the Stygian post from yesterday that I think Callie retweeted or whatever? And it was like a screenshot
the one about the
of
one.
kiss.
Oh yeah, you see, they can never post a screenshot of them actually kissing. It's always like when they're really far apart or just about. It's because you know what? Cleverly, Square Enix done that on purpose. The fade away, so you don't actually see Master.
Like,
what's most important though
more
is that
animation, but with the way that I see it, like all over in Final Fantasy 16, right? Because there's a point where Jill and Clive just never stop making out, right? But I understand it's really hard to animate that stuff, but they do it in such a clever way where they're playing with the angles and making it really obvious what's going on. With Cloud and Tifa, that just doesn't happen.
The thing is that
at least add like a
smooth
sound effect, right? But they didn't do that.
No.
Right. But here's the thing, even if, let's just say for argument's sake, that even though the angle doesn't look like they actually did, let's just say that Square's intent was to imply that they actually did kiss. It doesn't matter because the scene itself was so bad and so awkward that, remember, when the first weeks of this game dropped, and they tried to basically gaslight us into thinking that they had some big pivotal moment.
Oh, yes.
Remember what really came out when we started playing it? How many Clodies were crying about how they felt cheated.
Exactly.
Illusion of choice. Remember that one.
About this very scene.
Is what I feel like they used a lot in their own private discourse.
100%.
They literally complained about this scene and said they felt cheated. They felt like the scene was cheap. And then when they compared it to everything that we got for Clerith, they were livid. That they, in fact, they even felt like they said. In fact, I remember one person actually posting that they felt like Square was giving them like the finger with that scene.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Because it felt like
that
scene was just sloppy.
They should feel that way, because at the end of the day, imagine having your ultimate couple have a so-called kiss, and it's in an optional scene, and then you have to watch Cloud go on another date with Aerith afterwards that you can't even skip. That is an illusion of choice.
And Tifa's not the one to
break
Cloud out of
she's not the one. They don't have a spot. That ain't her. Exactly. Exactly. She ain't the one. She ain't special like that, You know? She's just a buddy, a pal. You know, one of my homies, dear childhood friend, bro.
Dear childhood
chum.
My good chum.
Good chums, exactly.
You know, and it's just like,
exactly,
Court.
What can I do to help you out?
Exactly. Yeah. A hug with your pal officially being referred to as a mistake. I mean, come on. I totally get why some of them are upset, and the bit that is hilarious are the ones that pretend they're not upset, and it's like, okay, don't just say you're not upset, then that's fine, keep going. Love your optional scenes, yes, queens. You know. All right, let's see the rest of this date.
If they're not canon, that's fine,
right? Because the way that this date flows. Sorry, I'm gonna pause it one more time. The way that it flows and the way that we got it from the leak, the leaks made it seem like this was like some endgame stuff, right? Like after this, it was just pure Cloud and Tifa romance after the dates, and we got nothing else. That's literally the leaks that we were getting, right?
It actually got worse.
And then it just got worse for them.
It got worse.
But also the context of the date.
Really interact.
The way that they interact.
In a meaningful way after this, though?
Exactly. Not even just after this. In this. The way that it led to the kiss, it was like, hang on. Which part of this was the romantic bit? Which was supposed to set us up for the mood? Like, literally the kiss happens right after Cloud is like, I wonder if Aerith still has feelings for Zack. And then suddenly it's like, oh, smoochy smooch Tifa. Like, what? That makes no sense. That's why the flow is just crazy. And why the devs probably worth saying, it just might not make sense, you know, in the main story. So just enjoy it for what it is. You know? Right,
and Clodies couldn't even do that.
They couldn't even do that.
Nope.
Well,
they don't enjoy
now,
right?
But they'll never have a screenshot of an actual kiss.
No,
they can't. They don't enjoy the story for what it is. They just enjoy their ship. I can enjoy FF7 for what it is. Like, you know, it's just astounding. Like, they don't pay attention.
Notice in this bit especially, look at how Cloud is like looking at Tifa. I bet in his mind he wants so badly to ask the question now. He wants to ask it now. Like, he wants to know, did So did you speak to Aerith or what? Like, what's happening?
The hologram. Pay attention to me.
Like, what's going on? Stop looking at those chocobos. He's like,
they're fake, Tifa.
Okay, so I have to ask this question. I've got to ask this question. I've been meaning to ask this, like, on Twitter about this. From a woman's perspective, you go on a date with a guy, and the guy brings up some other girl during the date. Would that be a deal breaker for you?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Well, it depends on what they're asking about. If, for example, if the other woman is like my mom and she's like ill, you know, and they'd be like, "How's your mom?"
But if specifically the guy is asking about a girl and her feelings for someone else, which clearly implies that he's concerned about that.
Red flag.
Because why on earth are you thinking about some other girl's feelings while on a date with me? Like,
exactly.
That's weird.
Like, that's be like, okay, I'm gonna jump off the sky wheel now. I need to go.
Like, is there an emergency stop button? You know, like, I don't want to be here.
I would think a girl's response would be like, if it's that important to you, why don't you go find out?
Right.
Or be like, why are you here with me?
Do you want me to call her right now? I'll call her.
I'm not mad at Cloud for bringing up the point, because I don't know if he is thinking about this in the context of a date until the very end.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, you know what, fine, I'm gonna go for it, you know? Yeah. Aerith doesn't want me, and it's either that or suicide.
No, but the thing is as well, we don't know how, you know, in terms of the actual making of all the scenes and stuff like that, because I don't think the devs have told us everything. I know that they said that this came because of the hug in Remake, which absolutely, you know, optional scene on top of another optional scene, good on you, you know, give some fan service, whatever. But it's almost like, actually, is that it? Is that what it is?
As I said before, you have to put everything into context. So let's kind of rewind back all the way to Remake real quick. And this is something Square has done very consistently between Cloud and Tifa. When Tifa is around Cloud, she plays a specific role for him because she wants him to be the hero in her eyes. So she fishes him in a way to get certain responses. First time she does it, she talks about the flower. What does he do? In a gesture that's very similar to Zack, he goes ahead and acquiesces and gives her the flower. Did he get the flower for her? No, but because she made mention of it and he realized that she took interest in it, he responded to that and he acquiesced. Next scene, when he's at the bar, she's trying to offer him a drink. She's fishing him for a compliment. When she gives him her best drink, right, she's always doing that. What does he do? Without even drinking the drink, he says beautiful, which really was just acquiescing to her fishing for a compliment. What's the next thing that happens? In their resolution scene, she's leaning on him, having a complete breakdown, looking for his comfort. And what does he do? Because he's reminded of how Barrett had comforted her. He wants to be the man that, you know, is the one that comes to her rescue and so on and so forth. So he puts his arm around her in this moment, you know, of you know, really...
Does the same thing during the date, you know? She's fishing for him to act like somebody on a date. That's why they struggle with it.
And that's why it's so important for Aerith to say, like, I don't want Zack. I don't want the persona. So I want you.
Exactly.
Right, exactly. Now, so what does she say right before he...
to say that, you know, when they kiss is that she's kissing the Cloud persona, you know?
Exactly. And what does she say to him right before he does it? She says, she leans in, she says, we've never been this close before. And then what does she do? She pauses, she says, am I, you know, overreading this, or am I, you know, moving too fast?
I'm getting ahead of myself again.
She fishes him for a confirmation. What does he do? He just simply, and the one thing I always take is his comment. He doesn't really say the way that he responds to Aerith. He actually simply just responds with a very cold, not a bit, and then he yanks her to him. To me, that is simply, once again, taking a role based on how she fished him for it and just responding in kind because that's what she wanted. Not necessarily because he felt that, not necessarily because he looked at her, he saw this woman that he was in love with, but just he's reacted, and in the back of his mind is like, what does it matter anyway? Aerith doesn't want me. You see what I'm saying? So he goes ahead and plays the role. Why do you think it looks so awkward when they get off the skywheel? Because it was an awkward situation that wasn't really based on any real feelings. Exactly. It was a walk of shame. And it's so different.
But, you know, I'm going to throw a little spanner in the works, right? Because obviously we're working on the fact that they kissed. But come the free cam, And if it shows that they stopped before they kissed,
day one. Holy shit.
My god. Yeah. I'm gonna say now, not to say that you know that's what I want it for, but I will say if somebody happens to post that the whole time they're not even kissing and then they had stopped, I will become so annoying. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm gonna be so obnoxious. You will have to block
right
me.
Now that they did kiss, and it was just very awkwardly handled. By
That's
the
also what I also.
It was embarrassing.
Yes,
right.
Yes, because that's the thing.
It's fan service, but it's embarrassing.
Right, embarrassing fan service that is essentially called non-canon fan service, just like what Court's saying in the chat, by the devs themselves. It's like, that's what you want as a description for your kiss? Did the devs say anything of the sort to other canon couples that kiss? I don't think so. You know? And you know what's even more, like, it should be eye-opening. For a kiss of a supposedly canon couple, they do not market it at all. It is not on any merchandise.
It's worse that it is a kiss, right? Because even if they had just stopped, the way Cloud speeds out of there as soon as they are off the sky wheel, he's like, I don't want to deal with it.
But also, they don't talk about it. There is no like repercussion of the fact that they should have had some form of conversation post it if it's supposed to be
reference into it, even into the main story. Like even if it did,
even just a little bit. The same way that Aerith Zayne.
But in all fairness and honesty, she looks like she's trying to get away as fast as possible too as well. I mean, it just looks really, really embarrassing for the both of them.
Yes. And yeah,
like I don't think that they enjoyed it. I someone said that Cloud has like goldfish breath at that point.
Bruh. Oh my god! And
like,
it's just like
during, like Loveless, like with like a bag of like goldfish.
In all the, I don't think at all that even in Rebirth, even as well, that there has ever been a moment where Cloud and Tifa were referred to as like being on a date, as in Cloud or Tifa saying, "Do you want to go on a date?" or "Oh, we're on a date." That's only ever Aerith.
Didn't they say that when Tifa was like supposed to give him like a proper tour about like the rest of Midgar, that it was supposed to be a date, and then he bailed?
But you know, we don't even know that. That is only somebody saying it post the game. That's not actually even said in the game. You could infer that it was a possible date, and you know, showing Cloud around the town, but you could also just say she's just showing him around the town because he's never been here. So it's like that kind of thing.
That she was supposed to wear something like that he likes. I assume that's what it was.
No, that they was that.
If Cloud knew that, and still spent the day with Aerith anyway, I think he might have a preference.
Exactly. And the way that the devs set that out, you know, it's actually hilarious because you could, let's say, yes, that was supposed to be a date. However, it didn't happen. And then on top of that, they decided that they're not only just going to make it so that Cloud and Aerith go on a date, they're going to go on a date multiple times. And they're not going to just be going on a, you know, possible outing. No. They're actually calling them dates. You know, the storyline actually says dates. The words coming out of the characters' mouths are dates. It's not, maybe they're just, you know, going shopping, going on an outing. No. It's called a date. And that happened multiple times.
Happened too.
Yeah.
I mean, think about this. The game starts with him telling his story about Nibelheim, but in actuality, the very first thing that happens in Calm is a date between Cloud and Aerith. Very first thing.
Absolutely. And that right after as well, the whole issue of Cloud and Tifa fighting, which I thought was hilarious contrast. One is fighting and the other one's going on dates. And it's like, okay, Square Enix, show us your preference. You know, I'm like, okay, shit. We know who's our girl. All right, anyway, let's finish this so we can go to the Ever Crisis one.
Yes.
Yeah.
The jockey that blows you a kiss is just so funny.
So fun.
That's definitely not what the races are like.
I guess I'll just have to see for myself.
Well, I also like it in the version with Aerith where you can see like Cloud have an uncomfortable reaction.
Yes.
when
like, why are you blowing her a kiss, bro?
Like, that is my girl.
It's beautiful.
Right, Cloud, go on. Ask the question, man.
like Tifa, just shh. I need to know. Does my girlfriend have a boyfriend?
Yeah. Tell us. Go on, Cloud. Muster up the courage. Do it.
So
there he is.
You can talk to Aerith.
Hey, Aerith?
Like, it is so strange that he is so hyper-focused on Aerith having feelings in this moment.
And right after he told...
He's not here with Tifa right now.
No, he's literally thinking back on the thing with Aerith. And this, remember, this is right after he basically badmouthed Zack. Like... On top of that, he wants to just double check.
Cloud thinking about the dialogue that could have gone between Tifa and Aerith. Like, is it not a flashback? Is it him thinking about it?
Oh, hey, we don't. I think it is obviously the girls' flashback because they both look like they're thinking about it. But hey, possible.
Yeah, that's true.
Possible.
What?
And then the fact that she then also kind of says like,
"Not yet."
No, that's like, not yet.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cloud's response.
Shady.
This bit right here, right? He's like, touchy subject, I guess. She must still have feelings for Zack. I mean,
he's so hurt.
This guy is jealous. He's upset. He's like, oh man, really? I need to know now.
He's like, I'm about to jump off this.
Hang on. I want to say the time on this is 40 seconds. I want to know how long it takes from the moment Cloud is thinking about Zack and Aerith to the moment that they kiss.
I think it's a little more complicated than that. Hey, it's kind of weird us being here like this.
The way Tifa had to change the subject, that's crazy.
Is it? I mean, I guess it is. Kinda.
Ever
Bruh,
since
the silence is killing me.
Journey,
like their
since we were
body language in this entire scene, it's still so
Look at how stiff Cloud is, right?
Like, his arms are tense.
Seriously. He's so tense.
I can't remember a time like this.
She's totally freaking. That's crazy.
A time when we were this
close.
Who
try this hard on a date?
Less than 40 seconds is all it takes. Basically, it's like Cloud is thinking so much about Aerith the whole time. And then Tifa had to change the subject to kind of make him stop thinking about her and look at, actually, I'm here next to you. Hello. Like, say something to me. And then this whole chat of them, like, I don't remember ever being this close to each other, directly contradicts the shit that Clerith fans say, which is they've always been close. They've always been this since childhood, blah, blah, blah. Yet here's Tifa going, actually, I don't ever remember a time when we were like this. But, hey, what do I know, right?
Because she wants Cloud to reassure her otherwise, and he can't do that, right? Like,
look at this face right
all
here.
of their side quests, they are just starting to get to know each other, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's just, it's not the reality of their dynamic ever. That they were super close as children.
Why is she getting upset during the date while she's trying to reminisce of like finding a time of when were they ever this close? Why are you getting upset at that? There should be like a tender moment leading up to like a tender romantic kiss, blah blah. But it's not. It's like, are you wanting us to pity you? Do you want pity kiss? Like, what is this?
Yeah, and that's even worse to think about the context of Cloud kissing her is just like a reassurance,
right?
Because
it cannot wait for free count.
Out of pity.
Not one bit.
He's not even smiling, bro. Smile a bit.
You know, another thing that's really interesting is the fact that a lot of women, she discouraged him by saying that it's complicated. You know, because when he asks her, you know, to talk to him.
Like, he looks like he doesn't want to go through with it. Like, it is... He is struggling.
This is like actual masterpiece, the way that they zoom away And like their faces don't move anymore. That's what I mean, right? Like their faces stop. And their lips, that's Tifa's lips right there. They do not move anymore. So that's why it makes me think, are they actually kissing there? I want to see the free cam. I want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that camera